Recently, the Health and Safety Executive have launched a safety alert in regards to platform lifts. Now, for those of you that don't know, platform lifts are things like wheelchair access lifts and goods lifts as well that may take you from one level to an upper level. They usually don't cover more than 3 floors due to their intrinsic nature. Now, with these safety alerts, what they were looking at essentially was 2 things, was the actual access to the lift shaft itself and areas of concern such as bypass controls and bypass safety switches. So how that is relevant to you essentially is if you have a building that has one of these lifts in, then you need to make sure that an appropriate competent person has inspected that appliance, made sure that the access points are safe and secure, the locks are safe and secure, so I can't open the door when the lift has been raised and access the lift shaft itself, and that it travels at the correct speeds, all safety stops and stuff are in perfect order. In terms of those companies that actually inspect those pieces of equipment and install them, what we need to ascertain is competency. So, are your engineers competent? What relevant training documentation have they got? What is the risk assessment process for that job that you're providing to your client? And does that include access to the public? Because one of these greatest things you will need to consider is the fact that you're going to be working in areas where there are potentially vulnerable persons. Schools, it'll be children, care homes, it may be service users and stuff, and your safety measures need to account for the access for them as well. So essentially, there have been a couple of cases recently whereby members of the public have been able to access those lifts, and there have been faults with them, including one where a door was opened while the platform was raised and a service user fell into the lift shaft and was quite badly injured. So in terms of the legislation that covers this, it's the Lifting Operations and Lifting Equipment Regulations 1998, which lays out explicit requirements in regards to lifting equipment and passenger lifts themselves, including platform lifts. Now, essentially, this mainly covers employees and requirements on those that own and operate lifts to have appropriate thorough examinations done. If a passenger lift lifts a person, then it should go through a 6 monthly thorough examination under those regulations. Now, this is mainly geared towards employees. However, the same rule of thumb would be used for members of the public as well, because what you would need to ascertain is there may be times where your employees travel in that lift with that service user or with that person as well, and a thorough examination will give a detailed report into the safety features, structural integrity of that appliance, which is vitally important.